Let's talk about your ex. Not my ex, not anybody else's, not any of my coaching clients' exes. Let's talk about yours and why it is you just can't seem to move on. What's it been? Weeks? Months? Years? And they're still there, inside your head, every single day. Well, it's time to look at why. Why is it you just can't seem to let them go? What is it about your ex that just stops you from being able to let them go? Like, no matter what you try, they're still there inside your head every single day. Maybe you've even moved on, maybe you've met somebody else, but deep down, you still think about them, don't you? You still think about them when you wake up, you still think about them when you go to bed, you still think about them when you go out and about and you're doing things. Where are they? What are they up to? Who are they with? Just can't seem to let them go. Well, I know what that feels like. I'm a breakup coach, right? And one of the reasons I'm a breakup coach is because I've been through breakups. I know that feeling so well because I suffered with it for a long time. And you lie to the world, don't you? You tell the world, I'm all right. I'm over them now. Getting on with my life. All good. But you know, deep down, that's just a lie. You're not over them at all. They're still there, dominating your thoughts. You just don't want to admit it. But why? What is it about them that has such a hold on us? What is it about them that stops us from just going, that's over, I'm out of here? So let's think about your ex then for a second. What is it about them that you miss so much? In fact, go and grab a pen and paper and write it down. So ask yourself the question, what is it about my ex that I miss so much? Is it the way they smiled? Is it the way they smelt? The way they looked? Is it the way they were so funny? Is it how positive they were? Is it the way they cooked? What was it? Write a list down of all the things that you miss the most about your ex. Put them all down on a piece of paper. Just give yourself a minute to think about what those things actually were. The actual things that you miss. Because that list will probably be endless, right? Because they were perfect. They were the most amazing person you've ever met in your life. And that's why you miss them so much, right? That's why it hurts so much. But let's get specific. Get your list and write down specifically what it is about them you miss. Is it the way they held your hand? The way they hugged you? The way they spoke to you? What? Once you've got that list, just take a few minutes to sit and think about the things that you've put down. What do all of them have in common? Tell you what, let's do it this way. Take your list and put another list next to it. And for each thing you've put down, I want you to write down, how did that thing that they do so well, whether it's smile or smell or look or speak or whatever, make you feel? How did each of those things make you feel? Do the list now. So put a line next to each one and put down an emotion that each one of those things made you feel. So when they smiled and they've got that winning smile that you just loved, how did it make you feel inside when you seen it? When they told you a joke that you found really funny, how did that make you feel inside? When they sent you a text out of the blue to say they were thinking about you, how did that make you feel? Put a list down. So the action on one side, the thing they did or the thing they do or the way they looked, and the emotion it gave you next to it. When you've done that, take a few minutes to just sit and think about everything you've put down. All the actions they did, all the way they looked at you, the way they acted, the way they smiled, their personality, and then look at the opposite list, how that actually made you feel. You see, the mistake we fall into every single time is that we think we're missing our ex, but you're not. It's not your ex that you're missing. It's everything that's on that second list. It's how they made you feel. It's the emotion you felt inside by being around them. They maybe made you feel safe, secure. Did they make you feel loved and wanted? Did they make you feel attractive? Did they make you feel alive? That's what you're missing. It's not your ex at all. It's not the person. It's the feeling. So now you've got to ask yourself, okay, well, if it's the feeling that I missed, what do I do about that? Well, here's where the secret lies, you see, because none of these get your ex back gurus will tell you any of this. But you've got the power to resolve this yourself. You don't have to be stuck in this purgatory forever, thinking about your ex, never being able to move on. That doesn't have to be your life. Because you've got the power to recreate those feelings for yourself. If you can recreate those emotions for yourself, then your ex becomes redundant. You don't need them anymore because you've already got the emotions, you've already got those feelings back. So take them one by one, right? Get your list of emotions that all the things your ex used to do made you feel. Like I said before, maybe it made you feel confident or connected or safe or secure or wanted or made you feel good enough, whatever it might be. Get that list and ask yourself, what can you do to recreate those feelings for yourself? So maybe you enjoyed the feeling of being connected to somebody, feeling in an environment where you belong. How could you recreate that for yourself? What about if you joined a local support group or you volunteered at a community centre and you felt part of something where there's other people? You become part of a team and you've got a common goal. And every week you go and you volunteer and you all get involved. That's feeling connected, right? That's feeling part of something like a community. Well, suddenly you've just recreated that feeling for yourself without your ex. What about feeling confident? Maybe your ex filled you with confidence, right? Because you looked up to them so much that if they want you, then you must be good enough. So you must be confident. How could you recreate confidence for yourself? Well, think about the last month. What have you achieved in your life in the last month? Now, initially, you're going to say nothing. Not really done anything. Got up, I've gone to work, I've done this, I've done that. Not really achieved anything. But you have. You've achieved lots of things. Sometimes just getting up, making your bed and taking a shower is an achievement, especially if you're feeling like shit. Sometimes just getting up and going to work is an achievement. Maybe you've been out on walks. Maybe you've ate fairly healthy. Maybe you've been in the gym. Maybe you've helped a friend in need. All of those things are achievements. If you start recognizing everything as an achievement, your confidence will grow. And they're all your achievements. They're not created by your ex or anybody else. They're yours. Maybe you feel safe and secure when you're with your ex. Ask yourself why. Why did you feel safe and secure when you were with them? Because you had somebody with you, right, who's got your back. You're a team. So what about if you spend more time with your friends and family? In that environment where you're surrounded by loved ones? Maybe you'll feel safe and secure when you're with them. So that emotion you're missing by not being with your ex, you can get it back elsewhere. So you see, the whole thing about missing my ex isn't really about them. It's about the emotions. It's the emotions and the person you was and who you felt you was when you were with them. That's what you're missing. And when you realise that, it's not to do with your ex at all. Getting them back isn't the only answer. But recreating those emotions for yourself is. Because once you recreate them for you, you don't need them anymore. So here's a challenge for you, right? Take your list of emotions that they made you feel. Confident, secure, safe, whatever. And over the next month, your mission is to find ways where you can recreate those feelings for yourself. And it can be trial and error, right? You can go and try one thing and it doesn't really work. Don't give up. Try something else. Keep going until you've got a list of actions that you can implement in your life that's going to recreate those emotions. Because the minute you do that, this world you're living in where you just can't seem to let your ex go because they were the greatest thing that's ever walked this earth will disappear. And I know that because I've been through this process. And it wasn't until I realised that it wasn't my ex I was missing, but it was the version of me that existed when we were together. That feeling I had when we were together. That's what I was truly missing. Once I realised that, and I set about trying to find those emotions for myself, trying to create those feelings, those beliefs for myself, I was able to move on. From a place where I felt I would never move on. It was impossible. I will never get over them. But I did. And if I can, then you can, because I'm nothing special. I'm just an average guy. So if you're stuck right now and you're really struggling to move on from your ex, then just try this exercise. Just try it for a month, because what have you got to lose? Just give it a try. And let me know in the comments, what's the biggest emotion that your ex made you feel? And then let's work on how you recreate that as a starting point. Nice one for watching, and I'll see you in the next. Layers.